Hey, how's it going? Coach D here from All Out Athletes. And I want to share with you a poem that my brother had written 30 years ago. It can really help any athlete in any sport, anywhere. It's about discouragement. It's called Nobody Knows. Nobody seems to ever understand the painful things I feel. Nobody knows what's inside my head or even if it's real. Nobody knows what it feels like to constantly feel confused. Nobody knows how sad I feel when I feel that I'm being used. Nobody knows what it feels like to be afraid to go to sleep, the fear of never waking up again, the fear of sinking so deep. Maybe someday they'll find the key that unlocks the mystery of my mind. And from that day on, I'll finally be free and happiness will be mine. But until that day, nobody knows the feeling of being me. Maybe they're not looking hard enough. Maybe they just can't see. And we're going to dive into that today. And with me on the podcast once again is professor in sports psychology, speaker, author, the great Dr. Gilbert. How's it going, Doc?
Well, that is quite a poem. And I think it's incumbent upon all of us to be better people, to listen more and ask more questions and to talk less. I mean, I know, you ask people, are you a good joke teller? And they say, no, I'm terrible telling jokes. I say, well, people never listen to my jokes. Yeah, but when you're telling a joke, what are they doing? They're thinking about the joke they're going to tell. But the whole thing is to become more interested in other people. There's a story about twin brothers, and one is a highly successful executive, and the other brother still works at the supermarket he worked at in high school. So they're radically different. And one Christmas, the older brother gave the younger brother, the guy that worked at the supermarket, a $200,000 car. He gave him this unbelievable car because his younger brother was really into cars and he never even owned a car. So one day, the younger brother, who now owns a $200,000 car, is polishing up his car. And the kid in the neighborhood says, wow, where'd you get that? He said, well, my brother gave it to me for Christmas. And the kid watching said, wow, I wish. Now, Coach D, what do you think the kid said? I wish.
I wish I had a brother like that.
But this kid said, wow, I wish I could be a brother like that. I wish I could be a brother like that. To actually give yourself away, to care more about others. At my age, I'm 73 years old, and I have a 98-year-old mother. And I can't do this because she's 98 years old and should freak out. But, if I were going to get a tattoo right here on my left forearm, I'd put, it's about others. It's about others. And your brother it's a cry for help. And there are so many people who are crying for help and, nobody's helping them. And I mean, just about everybody is crying for help. And so it's up to us, if you want to help the world in 4 simple letters, AQAL, ask questions and listen. Ask questions. And when people are answering your questions, when they get to answer, tell me more about that. I mean, don't worry about being the center of attention. Make other people the center of attention.
Doc, you bring up some great points. And as performance coaches, we have a podcast. So what do we like to do? We like to talk. And it's not just everybody out there. It's us. It's everyone, right? It's not just you. It's us. And there are times we all need to be quiet and just listen to somebody else. As somebody who likes to talk, I get caught up in that all the time. And afterwards, I think about, maybe they just wanted me to listen. Maybe I didn't need to give an opinion. I didn't need to, they didn't want me to solve anything. They just wanted me to listen. And I like what you said, Doc, how for some people, it's a cry for help because we know athletes, they don't act up, they act out, right? And when they're acting out, we try to fix them. And maybe we sometimes just need to listen to them. And I think that, Doc, you give great advice on that. Is that we all feel that way. We all have those, no matter how old you are. Doc, it's one of the things Dr. Gilbert talks about is that one of the ways we get discouraged is sometimes we see celebrities or people on TV and we think they have it all together. Can you talk about that, Doc?
Well, it seems like people have it all together, but don't judge people's insides by their outsides. Just because they have the beautiful or handsome husband or wife, and they have the boat, and they have the estate, and they have the money, and they have the fame, and they have the success, doesn't mean everything's happening okay on the inside. There's a very big difference between what's happening on the outside and what's happening on the inside.
Yeah, you're right, Doc. And it's like, again, we all say, oh, they have it all together. Look at them. Look how great everything is. But no one really knows what's going on. And no matter how much money they make, I know, because we run into very successful athletes and champions and coaches, and no matter how many championships they have, they seem to say in their mind, they still seem to have the same struggles as everybody else. And these are people who are very successful. Go ahead, Coach. You want to say something?
Sure. And maybe we should end with this, is that nobody has it all together. Absolutely nobody has it all together. We all have our struggles, and hopefully we make our struggles into challenges. We don't get discouraged by the next mountain we have to climb. We get excited by the next mountain we have to climb.
The 10 most powerful 2-letter words: if it is to be, it is up to me. If it is to be, it is up to me. And it is all up to you. Surround yourself with people who want to help you get there. Get your support network going. That'll help you get to where you want to be. Thanks a lot, Doc. And we'll see everybody next time on the All Out Athletes podcast.